who the hell would want to listen to an actor or a musician talk about politics? You know what I mean? It's
right.
like, are we supposed to follow this? I mean, if we are, what if they lead you down the wrong road? And, you know, and politically, I call myself a radical moderate. I'm like very strong in my opinions. But my opinions don't belong to any political party. And, you know, I just look at what makes sense. And I think we need a common sense party in this country. That's actually what I think we need.
Yeah.
It's just figure it out. It's pretty easy to figure out what this is all about, you know.
A non-ideologically captured party.
Yes.
Yeah, that just is like, okay, what do we need to do here?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it's us versus them, you know. Like, you're seeing this a lot right now because Mom Donnie won in New York City and people are screaming, we're winning now, we're winning. Like, what is this we shit? It's supposed to be we are all Americans. You are all New Yorkers.
Right.
You're all we. You decided who's going to run your city.
Right.
Now we should all root for this guy to
Right.
do a great job.
For sure.
And this idea that now fuck all these other people that didn't vote for him. Like, it's not a tribe. It's not a gang war, okay?
No.
It's an election to see who governs your
Absolutely.
city.
Yeah.
And once someone wins, everybody else should be like, okay, well, let's hope this guy's got some good fucking plans and it works out great for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you don't think like that, like, you're a part of the problem.
Absolutely. I mean, people are pitted against each other so much these days that it's gotten kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're right. It is almost like gang warfare, you know. And here's the other thing. It's like we could also say, let's all get along. Well, that's never going to happen because not everybody's going to get along with everybody.
Right.
I mean, even on a personal basis. I mean, you could pick any, 20 people, put them in a room, and let's all hang out together for a week and all live in the same house. You're not going to get along with everybody. But at the end of the day, our basic principles as humans, those should all be the same with all those people.
Yes.
To me, that's getting along.
That's attainable.
It is attainable. And I think that even somebody that maybe you don't agree with their principles, if it's just two of you sitting at a bus stop talking, it's hard to not, just on a one-on-one basis with people, it's hard to dislike someone that you're stuck with for a couple hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? You start talking, then you find out, oh, this cat doesn't believe anything I believe. But then all of a sudden you say something like, remember when we used to drink Tang? And then the guy goes,
the astronauts drank it.
Right. Yeah. And then the guy goes, yeah, we used to drink Tang. The next thing you know, you're having a conversation because you grew up as just kids and humans,
Right. Yeah. I think it's all because of social media is a big part of it.
Yes, I totally agree.
It's because the division when I was a kid, I remember like the Reagan days. There was a lot of people who didn't like Reagan, but it was never evil. It was never like this vile hatred of someone that you see today for different political parties and different politicians and just the way we looked at one side of the country versus the other side of the country. It wasn't divided like that.
No.
Like, I always had relatives that some of them were conservative and some of them were liberal and real liberal, and everybody was like, you disagreed, but they didn't fucking disavow each other because you voted for the wrong person. Like, this is bizarre. And I think that sort of insanity is just accentuated by these weird little echo chambers that people exist in that are also infiltrated by bots. So they're not even real people, half of them.
Right.
So this one FBI analyst, he estimated that it might be as high as 80% of the people that are communicating online are bots.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Right.
Which is fucking insane.
Well, yeah.
Because it's 80% of the people getting all these other people riled up aren't even people.
Yeah.
It's either AI chatbots that are run by China or Russia or even our own government.
Right.
And then there's actual farms of people that are being told to do these things.
Oh, for sure. I mean, now people get jobs in the entertainment business because they're in charge of, at studios and things, some 22-year-old who's in charge of seeing who has the most followers.
Yeah.
And they take someone and make them into a star because they got all these followers, and it's like, but they can't do jack shit. It's like, the talent comes the talent is created as opposed to someone was talented and given the opportunity, you know. And I think you're right. I mean, social media has really, I mean, it sounds like the old guy chasing kids off their lawn, but it's just the truth. I told my wife when the internet first became a thing, way back when it first started, I said, watch and see. I said, this is going to ruin people's view of each other. It's going to ruin our society. I promise you.
You really thought that way back then?
Totally.
Why? What made you feel that way?
Once you start opening it up to, well, it's like, well, now everyone has an opportunity. They look at that as equality, as an opportunity for everyone, that everyone can get on the internet, and now everyone can do something. That's great for the people that actually had something to say or do. But then you got another 80% who, you know, have an opportunity, and all of a sudden there's someone, because they decided to, you know, like take pictures of themselves in the bathroom or something, you know. And but I swear to God, I saw it all coming. And it was I mean, it gets out of control. And then AI, for Christ's sakes, yeah, it's fun to watch me in a sling blade talking like Carl, but it's a little baby trying to order French fries. You know, I mean, It's funny, but if it's used for that, or if there's some medical ways that they can use it, that's awesome. But once you start taking jobs away from people, I mean, the workforce is going to be destroyed because of that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, not cool, unless you're going to find a way to take care of people, because it's going to ruin the workforce. I mean, pretty soon you won't need it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how we navigate that. But I'm shocked that you picked that out early on, because I looked at it the other way. I said, this is going to give people that were outside the system, sort of like you were when you created Sling Blade, this is going to give people an opportunity to show their talent that maybe would have never gotten an opportunity to be hired by somebody, that they'll be able to create something completely on their own. And I read all these blogs by people that were really interesting. I was like, okay, I would have never read this guy's book if I just saw it in a bookstore. I wouldn't buy it and pick it up. But I'm reading this guy's, and he's got very interesting insights, and he's just some guy who's a computer coder who lives in Missouri. And somehow or another, he's just smart enough to figure out how to say things in a way that resonates with me, and I would have never seen this guy's words before. And I was like, oh, this is like good, because it'll make it much more of a meritocracy. It's like, if you have good stuff, if you have good things, good ideas, those ideas will get out.
Yeah, I agree with that still to this day. That's true. And in the beginning, I felt that too. I felt, this is great. What I was afraid of was it becoming a runaway train.
Well, clearly you were right.
You know, and so it was, I did love the opportunity to discover people I wouldn't have otherwise. And I still feel that way. I still discover people on the internet all the time that it's like, wow, I would have never known that. So that does exist. But out of those, you know, 20%, like I said, there's another 80% that, well, for instance, when I was coming up as an actor, we had like 30 critics to worry about. You know, it was, you know, Rex Reed and Siskel and Ebert and Jeffrey Lyons and all these people. But, you know, there was not a finite number, but semi-finite number of critics, you know. I mean, you had the local ones, you know, in all the states, and internationally. But now some guy named Daryl, who doesn't like you, you know, can just write a bunch of shit about you and people believe it.
Right.
You know, I've been on lists before. I mean, you can ask people I work with on a set. Like I said, I'm codependent. I'm probably nicer to the crew even than I am, you know, the director and the producers and stuff. I mean, not that I'm not nice to them too, but I love, like, the Landman crew, best crew I ever worked with. And I go out of my way to make sure that they're okay every day. And they'll tell you that. I mean, I've always been, you know, a decent guy on set to people. I've blown up maybe 2 or 3 times over, and that was always when I was directing. But somehow you look at something on the internet, you could be looking up, how do you make blueberry muffins? And some fucking way, I'll eventually get to something that says what an asshole I am. You know?